Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you on here, and I hope you guys can try these mandalas and have a fun time doing it. So before we get started on the mandala design, I'm going to explain our tools. So the tools I use are color-coded, so they have a color on the top of the tools. When you buy them off of Temu or Amazon, they usually just come clear. So first off, for the twirly tools, I do not use the green twirly for any of my tutorials, so you can set this one aside. As for the rods, the largest two rods, I, again, also do not use for any of my tutorials, but if you're doing like a bigger project on your own time, then of course you can use these. So now to help you understand what I have color-coded, you can lay them out biggest to smallest. The biggest one, which is the green one, next size down, we have it marked as the blue stick. And then next size down after the blue is the white stick. After the white stick, it's the yellow stick. And then we have the pink stick. And then last but not least, trying to pick them up, is the black stick. And then of course we have the twirlies. These are self-explanatory. They are color-coded already. You can color code them yourself. We use just nail polish on the tops of the tools. We can get started with the design now. For today's class, this is the color palette I will be using. I am not using paint color 1 today. We're just using paint colors 2 through 6 because my teapot is white, so either way the white paint won't show on the white teapot. And make sure that all of these paints are multi-surface paints. For paint color number 2, I'm using Craft Smart Berry Red, once again multi-surface. Paint color 3 is Craft Smart Crisp Blue. Paint color number 4 is Craft Smart Fern Green. Paint color number 5 is Craft Smart Camouflage. And paint color number 6 is Craft Smart Tin. And this is a metallic paint. Okay, so we're gonna get started straight onto the teapot because it's pretty simple today. It's mainly just gonna be dots, so no intricate designs or anything like that. So we're gonna get started right on the teapot. We're going to do one side at a time. So we're gonna do the 2 dragonflies on this side, and then we'll move on to the other 2 dragonflies. An easy way I like to hold it is I stick my arm inside of the teapot. That way you can maneuver it nicely without accidentally touching the outside of the teapot and accidentally smudging something. So to start off our dragonflies, we're going to do 2 dragonflies. One is going to be slightly higher, and then the other one's going to be slightly lower, okay? The one that's going to be higher up the teapot, the tail is going to curl downward, and then the dragonfly that's going to be lower, its tail is going to curl upward, okay? So it'll make sense more as we get started. So we're going to start off with the green stick. And we're going to use paint color 4. And this is going to be the very start, the head of the dragonfly. So you don't want to start right in the middle of the teapot. We're going to kind of go off to the side a little bit. Make sure you leave enough room upwards for a nice big wing. And you're just going to place 2 dots like this. I'm going to place it at kind of a little angle because this dragonfly is going to go kind of like this. So 2 dots like that. And then for the bottom dragonfly, about that far onto the teapot. And this one is going to be, the 2 dots are kind of slanting downward like that. And then once you get those 2 dots, we're going to take the pink stylus and you're just going to kind of spread that paint around a little bit so that we don't have a very big bump right in the middle of those dots.
Are we using the big end or the little end?
It doesn't really matter for this step.
Of any pen?
Of the pink stylus.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next dots on the body of the dragonfly. We're gonna use the blue stick and we're gonna use paint color 5. And you're just going to continue that body and we're going to place 3 of these dots. And you want to slightly, very slightly start kind of curving the body of the dragonfly.
Paint 5.
Yes. Next, we'll move on to the white stick and paint color 3. And we're going to place 2 dots. And here's where you're gonna start wanting to curl in the body even more. Yeah. And then with that same tool, the white stick, we're gonna take paint color 2 and just place 1 dot. Then we'll use the yellow stick with paint color 2. And we're gonna place 2 dots. You're gonna really wanna start curving that tail now.
The 2 color?
Yes,
And yellow stick, right?
yes.
So 2 more dots.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next we'll use the pink stick with paint color 4.
Pink stick.
And we're going to place 3 dots.
Pink stick, that's a tiny stick.
And with number 4, you said?
Yes.
Oh, and then go up.
Then we'll take the black stick with paint color 5 and place another 3 dots.
Oh, so go down.
Yeah, so you're gonna really start curling it in to make a spiral
What color are we
in.
doing? 5 or
5.
6?
5.
5. That's, oh, not the metallic one?
No, not the metallic one.
Wait, oh, that's a 2. Whoops.
Next we'll use the blue stylus, bigger end, with paint color 3. And we're going to place about maybe 6 dots.
You don't redip.
Yeah, you don't want to redip because we want the dots to get smaller.
What color was it? I mean, what number, the pink is 3?
Yes.
3, 9.
And then to finish it off, we're going to use the blue stylus, smaller end, with paint color 2. And just keep placing dots until it gets pretty teeny tiny. Okay, now we're gonna do the wings of the dragonfly. So we're going to use the green stick and paint color 5. And we're going to place a dot quite a ways away from our dragonfly body, closer to the head, because we're going to drag this paint down over here in between the first and second dots. So you'll place a dot with the green stick, and then with the pink stylus, you're going to kind of draw out almost like a little teardrop. Not little, big teardrop. And kind of fill it in to make a wing. And we're gonna do this on both sides. Now we're going to do the second pair of wings. They're going to be slightly smaller than these ones that we did. We're going to use the white stick, sticking with that same color, paint color 5. And we're going to place a dot right next to that first wing that we did, but closer towards the body, not as far out. And then using the pink stylus again, you're going to draw that paint towards that same point that we did this wing to, like that. Basically making just a smaller wing right next to it. Okay, so now we're going to basically do that same thing on the other side. We're gonna draw 2 more dragonflies. So starting with the body again, gonna use the green stick,
Blue stick?
green,
Got it?
with paint color 4. Kind of that same concept that the dragonfly on the right is gonna be higher towards the top of the teapot, and the one on the left will be a little bit lower. So using paint color 4, placing 2 dots. Next, we're gonna take the blue stick. We're gonna place 1 dot with paint color 4, and then 2 dots with paint color 5. Same tool size, you're just going to switch the paint.
Okay, I'm sorry, say.
Okay, next we're going to place dots with the white stick. We're gonna use paint color 3. And we're going to place 3 of these dots. For the next step, we're gonna use the yellow stick with paint color 2. And we're going to place 2 of these dots. Next, we're going to use the pink stick with paint color 4. And we're going to place 3 dots. Next, we're going to use the black stick with paint color 5. And we're going to place 4 dots. Next, we're going to use the blue stylus, bigger end, paint color 3, paint color 3. And you're just going to dip once and place about 6 dots. And then for the very tip of the tail, we're going to use the blue stylus smaller end with paint color 2 to finish it off. And we're going to remember the green stick for the big wings, and then the white stick for those smaller wings. Okay, next we're just going to add a couple dots onto the body of our dragonfly. If you notice these little dots in between the dots of our body, this is what we're going to add right now. So we're going to use the pink stylus smaller end. And for this, you're just going to alternate colors as much as you want. So you can use paint color 2 for 3 dots and then wipe it, and then use, paint color 3 for the next 2, and so on, just kind of mixing them up. Okay, next we're going to fill in all of the area in between our dragonflies with these dots and little flowers. So we're going to use, you can use either paint color 2 or 3. It's up to you. On the original pot, I used paint color 3. And we're going to use the white stylus. The bigger end. And first you're gonna go around and make the flowers, and then after you've made a couple flowers here and there, then you're going to fill the rest up with just dots. So for the flowers, bigger end of the white stylus, choose your paint, and you're just going to draw little lines towards each other. You're going to do 2 towards each other like this, and then on each side of those 2 lines, you're going to do 2 more like this, so that it's a total of 6 lines going in towards the center, like that. Okay, so next we're going to place overlapping dots on the body of our dragonflies. So I'm going to give one instruction and we're going to do that same instruction for all of the dragonflies. We're going to use the blue stick first.
The blue stick?
Yes.
The big one, huh?
Yes. So our paint might still be a little bit wet, so just remember to press lightly. So using the blue stick, we're going to, let's switch down to the white stick. And we're going to use paint color 3. And we're going to overlap the first 3 dots on our dragonfly body. Next, we'll use the yellow stick with paint color 2 and overlap the next 2 dots. Okay, next we're going to use the pink stick. And we're going to use paint color 2 to overlap 1. Yes, paint color 2 again. And we're going to place 1 dot with paint color 2 and 3 dots with paint color 4.
What number are we using?
You're gonna place 1 dot with paint color 2 and then 3 dots with paint color 4. Next, we're gonna use the black stick with paint color 5, and we're gonna place 3 dots. And then to finish it off, we're gonna use the blue stylus, bigger end, paint color 2. We're going to just dip once and just keep going until your dots until you can't really overlap anymore.
Oh, what was the paint?
2. Okay, and the very last thing we're gonna do is we're going to overlap the wings of our dragonflies. We're going to use the white stylus, smaller end. And we're going to use paint colors 6, 4, and 3. So the way we're going to do it, so here's this one that I did. So the dots that are closer to the outer end of the wing, those are going to be paint color 6. And then the middle of the wing is going to be paint color 4. And then the closest to the body is going to be paint color 3.
3?
Yes. And then once you guys are done overlapping the wings, that is it, and you guys are all done.